You're listening to the Daily Batuta News Wrap, live on Desert Rock FM.
Hello, my name's Wendell Hussey and you're listening to the Batuta Advocate's Daily News Bulletin. Thanks for tuning in today, whether you're listening on Desert Rock FM or via one of the many good podcast apps available. As always, we're coming to you from the Budgie Smuggler bedroom in the heart of our cosmopolitan Desert Shire. Here are your top stories for today. Starting off with some national news, and the Prime Minister has refuted the claims that he's turning into a bit of a lefty by saying it's called Scocialism. Yes, Morrison fronted the media this morning to shut down any allegations suggesting that he might be drifting away from his usual Howard Thatcher Reagan-esque style of politics. These allegations came after the PMs agreed to double the New Start allowance, provide free childcare for all frontline workers and at-risk Australian families, as well as announcing a raft of other social security type policies. All while working with the opposition to develop quick and compassionate resolutions to the issues faced by all citizens who are struggling in the face of these new social isolation measures. However, he says he's not about to start pulling billies and listening to Rage Against the Machine like the newly converted Comrade Dutton. He's just going through a bit of a phase while all this coronavirus shit goes down. Elsewhere around the country, and there's good news for anyone chasing a cruise ship. After all the kerfuffle of the last few weeks, an Illawarra used car yard is now selling cruise ships for $29.90, drive away. In prices surely never to be seen again, Steve from Crazy Steve's Discount Cars and also cruise ships reckons he's got the keys ready to go for whoever wants one. He told The Advocate via FaceTime today,
Pastilians of the Seas over there is on sale this weekend only. You get all sorts of features. It seats 3,450, so it's great for a growing family. And there's plenty of room for the groceries and the cargo hold. Look, if the kids get bored as well on the way to Grandma's house, there's a 6-lane bowling alley and 42-metre pool with 2 water slides. It's an absolute steal. I've got the keys right here. It's walking out the door.
And there was a very insightful comment on that one from Pete Ripley, who lives in Batuta Heights. He said, might have to do the old dealer's trick to get the virus and smell out of the thing. Simply quarter fill a Holden hubcap, a metal one, with fuel and leave in the full sun for the day, windows up. Then next day fully ventilate, then 3 times vanilla magic trees, good as gold. Removes all smells from any previous misadventures. So take note if you're interested in getting one. Revisiting the biggest story of yesterday now, and the fallout continues after George Pell's release from prison. The majority of the Australian public has since accepted Pell's innocence and kindly urged him to head back to Italy ASAP. One spokesperson for the nation explained that it's really lovely over there this time of year and it could be the best place for him right now. However, it's not yet known whether Pell will listen to the pleas of the country, but given his history of ignoring the nation's best interests and allowing for the harbouring of pedophiles in the Catholic Church, there isn't a huge amount of hope he'll do the right thing. Now, while the majority of the nation has urged Pell to duck off to Italy, that wasn't exactly the case in Ballarat. We broke an exclusive story from down there about the High Court's decision to overturn Pell's conviction, unlikely to be recognised in Ballarat. For a variety of reasons, residents of the Victorian town recognise that it probably isn't a good idea for Pell to visit his hometown anytime soon, for fear of the locals sentencing him to something much more severe than 6 years in a low-security prison with parole before ultimately having his conviction quashed by a high court made up of rich old silks. And wrapping up with some news from our hometown now, and there was a sad story published today about a bloke who loves kissing his mates on the lips after 10 schooners. Sad, and those days are over. The bloke in question says it's just for now though, and he'll hang tight until all this shit is over. And when it does, he'll be raring to go, which is a good attitude to have. Anyway, that's all from us for today's news bulletin. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back again tomorrow with your daily dose of honest, hard-hitting regional news. Until then, I'm Wendell Hussey. Stay safe and look after one another. Goodbye.